Yo, what's going on, guys? Your friend hosted ConnorXcrash, and boy, guys, today I am so excited to tell you guys about my experience with playing ConnorXcrash Crossroads for the very first time. Yes, I got to get my hands on it this past weekend. Huge thank you to Sega, by the way, for allowing me to even get the chance to play this game. It's really a huge honor to be able to be one of the first people to play this awesome game. Because, guys, you have no idea what's in store for you when this game fully releases. I'm sure some of you have seen the gameplay from the closed network test. I was able to participate in that. I got to stream a lot of it too. Some of you were even there. Thank you for those who were able to tune into the stream as well.
Flashback.
Thirsty for me.
Jarvis, I'm thirsty.
Jarvis, I'm thirsty. Give me some water.
Oh, wait, can you imagine?
Dunk my head in the bathtub of Gatorade.
That water bottle sounds a lot like a helicopter.
Play for this one.
You sounded like a guitar riff for some reason.
There was a lot that I enjoyed of it. I want to go over my full thoughts of it, including like the customization, the trick system, the travel lanes, the characters, the gadgets, all the good stuff, everything you need, everything that I've experienced. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it and what could improve as well, because there are definitely some issues as well that I ran into when playing the game as well. We're going to get to all of it right now. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit nasally and a little bit closed off. My voice kind of left me this weekend, and also I have been trying to fight a sinus infection, so sorry if I don't sound normal. But anyways, if you guys happen to enjoy a little stuff and down in this video, make sure you leave a like down below, as it always helps. And if you want to see even more Sonic and Nintendo content from me, including more Crossroads in the future, make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss out on any Sonic or Nintendo content, or when I go live for a live stream. With that being said, we're just gonna jump straight into the video. No dilly-dallying. We're just gonna jump straight into my thoughts and everything about ConnorXcrash Crossroads from the playtest. So there's one word I could use to describe the gameplay for ConnorXcrash Crossroads. It's pure chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos, and I love it. Like, guys, literally every turn that you make is full of chaos, and it has full of fast-paced matches, and you have to be paying good attention to each turn that you make to ensure that you won't end up in last place. And that's kind of literal there that last sentence. Actually, there is some difficulty though when it comes to controls and comes to just controlling the carts in general in like different modes. I would say, like, though, overall it is a fantastic preview of what the game is going to be. Like, I'm not kidding you. I mean, there are a few issues, but overall I didn't really have that many complaints. Like, seriously, this is really a huge step up, especially from Team Sonic Racing, because I feel like the last good Sonic Racing game that we actually had was Sonic Transform, because that had a lot of variety. It had pretty decent controls. It had so much with it to go with it, like the boat mode, the flight modes, the transformation part. And now here with Crossroads, we have that element coming back in its own style with the flight modes, the boat modes, and then coming soon, the extreme gear. Now, unfortunately, which we haven't seen in about almost 20 years. So, like, this is a huge element that's going to be part of the Crossroads game. Now, unfortunately, extreme gear wasn't available in the closed network test. Unfortunately, my condolences to Speederlight as well that he's not able to use his beloved extreme gear. My condolences. I also just want to mention the fact also that this was a really good idea for Sega to allow us to play this game early and test it for any issues or bugs, including the online especially. Online games for Sega, some of the, like, especially in the Sonic series, haven't done so well with online multiplayer in the past, like Team Sonic Racing or even Sonic Superstars. So for them to try and troubleshoot and figure out what the best way is for this online mode is really great of them to do that. This is like such an awesome thing, and I hope they continue to do this for even more future Sega titles, not just Sonic titles, but Sega titles in the future that utilize online capabilities and matchmaking. Especially with Crossroads, considering the fact that I'm thinking they really want to take the competitive side with this game. And that is awesome to see. I have been wanting to see Sega have Sonic enter the competitive scene for a while now. It looks like this game might just actually do it with the ranking system, and maybe they could possibly also add a comp mode in the future, like a standalone when it's full release. There's a lot of things they could do with that, and a lot of things they could expand upon it as well. I mean, if you haven't heard about this yet, the developers of the initial D Championship arcade game, which is only exclusive in Japan as far as my knowledge, but it's by Sega as well, also worked on this game. And so you can see their craftsmanship and like some of their ideas and just their mindset, how they develop stuff, going to work on the controls and the gameplay here. And there is a real challenge to be had in these matches, and I'm all for it. Like, this is great. They really make it a real brawl-out battle for you to try and like fight first place, which is great and all, but that's also where it gets into one of my thoughts for the game as well. It kind of feels like that if you fail once, you're pretty much screwed for the rest of the race. I mean, like, I was in a few races where I wasn't first, and as soon as I got hit, I got sent all the way to the back. That might also be due to the item balancing of this game, which we will get into later, or it might just be a skill issue on the part, and I'm just washed as it is. So what makes Sonic Racing Crossroads so special then? What's something that, what makes it stand out so much that makes it such a great game? And I know a lot of people have been hearing that I've been overhyping the game, but seriously though, guys, this is like the biggest breakout hit. I wouldn't say biggest breakout hit because the game isn't officially out yet, but you know what I mean. Like, it has caused a lot of eyebrows to be raised and a lot of attention to be caught onto from the general audience. Like, I've seen people on Twitter and online and on Instagram talking about this game and spreading the word about, like, hey, this looks like an interesting title, I might check this out, which is great that we're getting more of the general audience to get their hands and to be interested in this title, which is awesome. It's great to see that other people, and this even happened with Sonic Exaggerations and Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Team is actually catching the eyes of the general audience, and that is awesome to see, getting more fans into the fan base. Okay, I got a little sidetrack there. Okay, so what does make Sonic Racing Crossroads such a good game? What makes it such a great, awesome, fantastic game? Sorry, don't mind me. I'm eating chips right now. I'm trying to munch to get my brain thinking. And while munching to get my brain thinking, let's talk about that trick system, shall we? This is easily one of the best elements of the game. Like, seriously, the trick system gives me like very big ride. I'm getting like a big Riders vibe from it, because during like the first Riders game, there was a pretty cool trick system in that where you could do tricks in midair to try and get a special rank to it. That rank here has been replaced by like a degrees thing, kind of like in the Mario Party Superstars games, that little mini game, that little snowboarding mini game. It's kind of like that one at this point. It's not really like a ranking system anymore. But guys, the trick system is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it is fantastic addition, and I really do appreciate it. Although by default, it feels pretty slow on its own. It does feel pretty slow on its own. And that's where the gadgets come into, because there is a gadget that allows you to perform faster air tricks, the Speedy Air Tricks gadget. I had that one equipped the entire time, because without it, the air tricks kind of felt bland and slow. With that on, it felt snappy and quick and very satisfying to pull off air tricks in midair. And oh my gosh, boy, did that feel so nice to go in midair, especially on the big ramp in Metal Harbor. Pulling off that many tricks in midair with the snappiness, bro. That was amazing. That was so satisfying to pull off. I hope they can make the trick system by default a little bit faster than how slow it was on its own originally, because on its own, it just doesn't feel fast enough for me. I hope they can make that a little bit quicker, but just a wish, just a want. If I have to equip a gadget, so be it. Next, I want to talk about the drifting mechanic as well as some of the flight and boat modes. The terrain mode is fine. Like, the driving mode on flat terrain is great. That feels good to control. Decent enough as it is. But the controls do feel a little stiff when steering around certain corners. Like the one sharp turn corner in Water Palace, that one has kind of been difficult for me to drift on, or at least make a sharp turn on with the boat mode. And I feel like the boat mode really does need a little bit of some work on it, because there's not really like a drift on the boat mode. It really is just like the jump button. You press and hold R1 or R2 on the controller. You really can only do a jump that basically gives you like a big boost. So it looks like you're doing a drift, like with the drift meter on your screen with your cart, but it doesn't really do a drift. So I'm hoping they can make some turning easier with the boat mode and the flight mode, because the flight mode too feels a bit stiff to control as well. Just the controls overall just feel a little stiff. So it takes some getting used to for like people like me and people like you who might have grew up with Sonic Racing Transform. It's something that I can get used to if that's the way it has to be. And I like the jump mechanic. Don't get me wrong. I like the jump mechanic of the boat mode. The jump mechanic does feel great to control, and it does feel good to use. But I just feel like there could be more to that than just that jump button. I feel like there could also be drifting and jumping. And it doesn't feel like there's not much of the drifting happening with the boat mode. So honestly, I hope they can implement more of that in the final release. But we'll have to see what happens. Overall, just loosen up the controls more. Just loosen up the controls just a bit more. Add a little bit of better drift too. The drift gauge is great though. I love the drift gauge though. That's an awesome way to add on to it, instead of like having just. I mean technically it was fine before, because you could just see like the highlighted flames out of your exhaust. But having that little meter is a little bit of a nice quality of life feature. That way we don't have to rely on that too. So that's a great quality of life element to it. And we'll get to the items later, but I actually want to shift gears for a minute and talk about some of the customization in this game. Because boy, the customization in this game is really well made. Like, you can tell they put the time and the effort into giving this game a lot of variety. So far from the beta, you can customize the body of your car with a few different types for now. And so I hope they can expand this to even more types in the future. But for stars, This looks great. Taking off the glasses because I can't really see well with all the dust and stuff that's on my glasses, but guys, the customization here is super cool. I mean, I love how they're doing this. I love the different body types they have in here because the different body types here look freaking cool, guys. The hot rod one, dude. Guys, Radical Soda made the Zavok mobile. That's just peak, bro. I mean, heck, even on stream, I was even able to make a car, like, based off of one of my viewers on CH Animates. I was able to make a car, like, based off his color scheme and whatnot. So, like, that was pretty cool, too. I even got to change the tire wheels and everything. I'm gonna do orange for you, bro. I'm gonna do an orange one just for you.
Yeah, orange for me. Thank you, Connor.
Dude, that actually looks really cool. That looks really cool. The CH
Mobile.
The customization in this game is really good. I hope they continue to expand upon it with even more vehicle designs and whatnot. The decals are really overhauled too. Like the decals are super cool. As I was in lobbies, I didn't really mess with the decals as much, but as I was in lobbies and as I was matching with other people, I saw people doing these insanely super cool decal layouts on their hoods. Like I saw someone do Sonic's eyes on the hoodie. I saw this really wicked cool decal setup of a shadow just running across the hood. Like that looks super sick. So the stickers here are really advanced. So I really love how they're going out of the way to make this a really cool customization. I ran out of words. I'm dumbfounded. That's how cool this that's how cool this customization system is. And that's not done yet. We only got like half of the customization items that we're gonna be able to have at launch. We also got like a horn that we can adjust as well. I'm sure we're gonna be able to get that in the future. Maybe some different sounds from different games across the series. We're gonna adjust like as our horn. And we got like a boost. Looks like a boost aura kind of feature. Like we can change the color or like design of that as well on our car. And then this weird shuffle one, which I'm not really sure what that one does yet. But I guess we'll see what the time comes. But overall, guys, customization in this game is going to be absolutely a dream, dude. Like these car design, I mean, some of these car designs do carry over from Team Sonic Racing, but some of them are even brand new. And I hope we get even more new designs going into the final release. Like some new ones that we get. I mean, obviously we're gonna be able to buy some because of the Dondapod tickets. Which, guys, it was surprising to see Dondapod himself make an appearance in this game. Because honestly, listen, a lot of people have been yelling at me about this, but honestly, I forgot that he even existed in the series. A lot of people have been yelling at me about it, but I don't care. Like, genuinely, guys, I do not remember Dondapod. Genuinely don't. But it's cool that he's in this, and he's getting some recognition in this game. And he's the one, apparently, if you want some lore, he's the one behind making the cars again. He's the one behind making the gadget system as well, the little RPG element. And speaking of gadgets, let's talk about the gadget system as well, because the gadgets are a really great innovative feature in this game that really takes the game to the next level, because you really got it really helps you plan out where you need to how you need to take on the next race. I mean, honestly though, you really don't get that much time to really plan stuff out in the lobby. You really got like lethal lobby to really plan it out. But either way though, it's still a great feature because it actually gives you time to strategize. Because Zuka did mention in the article on the PlayStation blog that this is basically based off an RPG kind of based system. And I love that. I love that feature, trying to like bring new elements from like different games you wouldn't expect to see in a racing game to a racing game, and that's great to see with them be innovate. Like I really have been seeing Sonic Team innovate a lot, and it's a lot that they have been able to they've been successful with. And honestly, all power to them. That's awesome for them, and I'm glad that they're getting all the success they can from all these projects. And so there's another way of them innovating as well. I hope gadgets do really get expanded on for the full release, because this has such potential to play a bigger role than what it already does in the gameplay. Like this has such a bigger role to play out with bigger gadgets, more like I wish they did a lot more like some of the different gadgets and stuff and whatnot. Probably you'll only still be able to have 6 slots at launch. I hope they make more gadgets during the full release, like ones that require you to give something up in your stats in order to, when you're driving, in order to get in the advantage. So like the technical drift, it's quicker to get like a boost from your drift, but also it makes you more slippery to drift with. So I hope that they can make more gadgets like that one and skills like that one that require you to kind of like a trade-off gadget. I hope they can make more trade-offs because that would be really cool to see. Because I love seeing those. Like even guys, when I play Helldivers 2, there's this one kind of gadget that basically you're running, but every time you run out of stamina, it takes your health instead. Like I want to see more stuff like that in Crossroads 2. That'd be awesome. And even skill-based gadgets like the perfect drift boost. So you gotta let go of the drift button as soon as your gauge reaches all the way to the maximum. Like as soon as it reaches to the full, you let go and you get an extra big boost, which I love. I like these timing ones and these skill-based gadgets as well. I like how they're thinking about these gadgets specifically, and which ones have trade-offs, which ones require timing, precision. I love that. I want to see more of that going forward into the full release. Not that we have to really touch on it, but the graphics, they're pretty good as well. They're pretty tight up there. It was a good call to use Unreal Engine for this game, because the game looks fantastic. The game looks absolutely great. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably playing this on PC, but for the PS5, not bad. Not bad. It looks good. It looks good. Good job, Sonic Team. It looks good. It looks good. Now, while we only got, like, a small taste of, like, the roster of the characters I did get to play as looked really great, though. I want to make a side note that I absolutely adore the cell animations that they use when the characters are in their vehicles. The ones that really make their personalities really stand out. Like, it really makes them stand out as a character from the games. Like Cream and Cheese. Guys, Cheese sits on Cream's head. That is so adorable. I love it. Ah, it's so cute. I love it. It's so great. So now I'm excited to see what Big's animations are gonna be when they're in the car, even just in general as the characters. Like I'm dying to see like some of the animations they could do. Now, of course, you guys are probably waiting for me to talk about this, the travel rings, the second lap part of the game, which, by the way, I love it. I adore it. 10 out of 10. No notes. Yeah, pretty much 10 out of 10. No notes on that one. Like, bro, like no notes. Like, guys, it's good. It's good. It's good. Okay, the travel rings are probably like one of the best elements of this game. Like the best elements. Like, I love how Sonic Team is innovating with that and really taking advantage of the SSD on these new consoles and the PC, bro. Like, the fact that they are actually taking advantage of fast load times and these travel rings is awesome. I love it. 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 It's awesome. And I love how they're bringing back old stages as well in these travel rings. Dinosaur Jungle, Pirate Storm from the Secret Rings. They're bringing back all these old stages from old obsolete. Like, a lot of people think that like Secret Rings is an odd choice to bring like back levels from, but I don't mind it, bro. I don't mind it. It's great, bro. It's great. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We're vibing. We're vibing. We're chilling. We're vibing. Even though Secret Rings gives you trauma, I don't care. It's great, bro. It's great. And you know what? If they're bringing back Secret Range stuff, and we're going to Crossroads, doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter when back in time they go to, or what different reality they go to, they can also do Black Knight if they want to. Dude, guys, Black Knight levels, guys. Black Knight levels. But the travel rings element is really cool too. And being able to pick where you want to go in first place too is an awesome, cool element too. So it gives a kind of cool advantage. I do wish though, okay, this is kind of like a wish for me. I even said this before in my previous video. I do still wish, and this didn't end up happening at all. I don't think it's gonna happen in the release, but I do still wish that players could go to different travel world rings at the same time, like 2 different ones, and they could be traveling all these on these 2 different travel rings at the same time, and then end up back in the same one, like when they head back into the portal ring. I wish that was a feature that could happen, but it looks like that's not gonna happen. But that's okay though. I'm still satisfied with how this works, and I'm still I still absolutely love the mechanic. I still love it so much. It's great. The travel rings were much needed, and adds a whole entire new layer to the Sonic racing games. And you know, Mario Kart has yet to do something like that. So you know, it's kind of got a point on them. I'm not gonna be that guy though. Hold on, I won't be that guy though. I won't be that guy though. Okay, I'm just gonna shut up, leave it there. No comparisons. I'm gonna leave it there. No comparisons. Although maybe I will save comparisons for the end. But I'm not gonna be that guy though that's like, oh yeah, let's Sonic racing Crossroads is better than Mario Kart 9. I won't be that guy. I promise, bro. And let's talk about some of the stages that are in this game as well. Like East Stadium, that one looked like a really great stage to pull off. Some great shortcuts there as well. I also got to try out some of the secret portal rings as well. Those secret portal rings don't take it back to the previous travel ring world that you're in, like Dinosaur Jungle, or even Bingo Highway. It's not called Bingo Highway, but I'm calling it that because that's literally what the music and the layout is from. But it does take you to another path on the current the main level that you start on. So like if you're on East Stadium and you're on the 3rd lap for it, you take that secret portal ring, it takes you to a secret path on East Stadium. So it doesn't take you back to the previous travel ring world, but it's still cool though. I still love how they still implemented the portal rings around the first level that you're racing on. But yeah, East Stadium is basically your run of the mill, you know, your standard starter racing course. So you know, it's pretty much you know what you would expect. But then we go into Metal Harbor, and Metal Harbor just has like a lot of different elements. Like it doesn't not like really a lot of different elements to it. The level layouts in general are great. The level layouts are just awesome. Like Water Palace, like the aesthetics and the set pieces in each of these stages are great. They're awesome. And even the water effects in Water Palace are really good too. Like they're really good. They're really pretty good to look at. They're pretty satisfying to watch. Like the Ripley effects on them and whatnot. I want to talk about Wonder Museum too, because that stage ended up being something that I was kind of like just thrown out of the loop with. Like, so it looks like this is kind of like almost like a semi-fully original stage, but with different set pieces and assets from the Starfall Islands. So it's kind of making me wonder, lore-wise, so like story-wise, if they recovered elements from the Starfall Islands and brought them to this museum, which would make sense, and if this is going to be used in a future game, but I'm going to leave it there because we're mainly here to talk about the level layouts and the set pieces and whatnot. Either way, it looks great. Although there are, again, the sharp corners in some of the level layouts are kind of like they aren't not doable. I think it's mainly just the controls being a little too stiff, but I already mentioned that earlier. And guys, I cannot express this enough how much I love that big ramp in Metal Harbor on the third lap. Like that big lap really is like a super nice touch to do before I'm air tricks on, and it's so satisfying to go on every single time. Now speaking of the portal rings, some of the portal rings do have a modifier on them that is called a fever time. Now that fever time can range from a couple different things. One of them could be boost ring gates that you have to go through to try and grab some extra boosts to try and get to the front of the pack, and the other one gives you kind of like a omega like drift boost thing. So like you hold down the drift button, and like a couple seconds later you got like a full on maxed out boost with your drift, and you let go, you get up to the 4th level. So there's only 2 fever times that I've noticed. I hope they add more fever times though, because there's a lot of different things they could do with it that can make it more challenging for the players or more helpful for the players. I hope they make some more challenging fever times too, not make them all easy and give you like extra boosts all the time. So I would like to add some extra challenge. Although there's already enough challenge as it is though, with some of the items and the item balancing and whatnot, like the monster truck and the slicer. I didn't mention this earlier, I want to mention it now. The monster truck and the slicer feel a bit too overpowered in my opinion. It feels like they show up way too often than what they should. So I really hope they do some item balancing with those 2 items, the monster truck and the slicer, the most, or they just nerf them a little bit, or just make them appear less often. Just whatever they can do, because they felt like they showed up way too often. They feel like they're a bit too powerful. So I think, yeah, just make them show up less often. Just a quick side note. I'll keep going now I'll keep going with the fever now though, but I wanted to mention that too, in terms of the challenging element. But yeah, all these but actually that's a great segue into the items now too. Actually, that's a great segue into the items, about how a lot of these items are really great. Like I like the green punch, the red punch, the King Boom Boom, bro, the freaking blue shell. That one doesn't show up as often. That one is good. The item's good on its own. The item is great on its own already. Which by the way, I pretty much didn't really run to like the big King Boom big bomb one, the one that actually like lands on the first player. I really ran to like more like the trail of blue tornadoes. That was the one I really ran to the most with the amount, like the 2 different attacks that the King Boom has. I didn't really get the drill as much. I mean, I don't know if I really, I'm not sure if I remember getting the drill as much, but I don't really get experiencing the drill as much as I actually got to, as much as like other creators did. But the drill was a great feature overall too. Basically it was like a bullet bill, if you will. Kind of like the monster truck in a way. Monster truck and drill kind of play hand in hand with like being like a bullet bill. I know I wouldn't make comparisons, but guys, it's hard not to. The tornado was a great way of defense. Like some of the defense items were great as well. The void allowed me to get some extra items as well. A little, few more reins to grab onto as well. Speaking of reins, you also like bumping into walls is very punishing too. Like that actually like really drags you down, because the more you bump into walls, the more range you lose. Not just bumping into characters as well. Like you lose a lot, like not too many reins, but a couple of reins every time you bump into a wall. I want to talk about the online matchmaking as well, and I want to talk about some of the lobbies as well, like the user interface. So kind of like some small things here and there. I will say the user interface is very friendly, very intuitive, and I liked it. The only complaint I had with the online playtests is we weren't able to do friends lobbies, but I think it was really a test to see how world matches would go with the ranking system and whatnot. And the ranking system is pretty good, pretty solid, pretty good. I liked it. Although it's very hard to level up if you're not in first place all the time. If you're an E rank, if you're like a really low rank, it's easy to get up there. But once you really get into like the C's, the B's, and the A's, you really got to grind a lot more to try and get to that legend rank. But guys, I found out after the playtest, there are 9 different legend ranks. 9 different legend ranks. So even after you get the A and you get to legend, there is so much more you got to grind for. So like, they really thought out the ranking system. Because I actually found this out after taking the survey for the playtest. Doing that survey, oh my gosh, I got to learn a little bit more about the game than what I already thought I knew. So like the ranking system, I'm guessing there's gonna be a full-on competitive mode when the game fully releases, and I am all for that. That is what I want in my Sonic spin-off games. Exactly what I want. So that was great. That was great to see overall. That was awesome. Matchmaking was great overall too, like the little lobbies, and the voting system was great too, kind of like how Mario Kart works with the voting system and whatnot for online matches. Also, I like how the little, guys, I'm not kidding, the little emotes as well, the emote icons, kind of remind me of like Emsberry's profile picture on Twitter. I'm not even kidding. It literally reminds me of that. No offense. I'm not trying to make fun of anything. It just looks that cute. That's what I'm trying to say. And it looks great. And I love it. That's awesome. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm trying to ramble in my brain about what else I want to say about this game, because guys, there is a lot to say about this game that I loved. With the races were also responsive and low pain too. So they I think they've kind of nailed the online in this one too, because the races weren't really lagging behind. Some of the characters weren't like glitching out or like lagging out or anything all over the place and whatnot. So like the races were good during the race. The races were pretty much like low pain, responsive, and they didn't feel bad at all, which is great for such a fast-paced game like this one. There were frequent timeouts and disconnects. My friend, the Crazy Gamer, did have a game crash in the middle of his game, so there were issues. But it's a beta. What are you expecting? It's not gonna be perfect. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, one more thing I didn't talk about. The music. Banner soundtrack. Like that main theme. I could ascend. I could ascend to be a happy man, bro. Like, bro, that is like Olympics level of music, bro, on that main theme. And I love it. Music was great. The music really sounds really, really good. And shockingly enough, it's not Otani. It is not Tomoyo Otani making the music. I don't think we have an actual name for the composer yet, which I hope I get to know, because he deserves to be credited. And the music sounds great. So whoever's doing it, you're doing a good job. I love you. Although I do have one note though. I don't know about you, but that choir just seems a little off. I don't know if it's just like the MIDI that they're using, because I can tell it's MIDI. I can easily tell that is MIDI, but the choir just sounds a little bit off. Like, I wish they could use an actual choir for that, or like actual vocals for that. I understand why they can't, 'cause costs, but it just seems a little cheap, and it seems a little lazy. It just didn't sound right to me. But if it's in the full game, I'm not gonna go all haywire and go like judge it like crazy. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a little side note from me. But besides that, music is great. All the musical references from Water Palace, from Sonic Rivals 2, Metal Harbor from Sonic Adventure 2, the final lap music as well, with the vocals, mind you. Banger music, bro. Like, absolutely, like, fire music, dude. They actually cooked with the soundtrack here. Even with Sky Road, a little bit of Sky Road music as well. Shockingly enough, there was no remix music from the original Dinosaur Jungle theme from Secret Raids. They actually made a completely new soundtrack song for Dinosaur Jungle, which was kind of a little kind of weird, honestly. I was really hoping to hear that, like, that nostalgic Dinosaur Jungle tune from Secret Raids, but if they want to go for something original, I won't judge them. But I was kind of hoping to hear that. But either way, the music sounds great. Everything about it sounds great. Even the customization music, the lobby waiting music, just everything about it. It's really good, really good. Although Sonic games technically tend to have some good music in them, so I'm not really shocked or surprised. Overall, guys, my experience with Sonic Racing Crossroads was pretty much everything that I wanted it to be. It was fun, it was chaotic. I even got to matchmake with a couple of my friends, Speederlight. I was able to matchmake with Crazy Gamer though, even though I was able to matchmake with other people across the globe. So it's weird that I wasn't able to matchmake with my friend Crazy Gamer over in Europe, which was kind of weird. I wish I could have gotten a match with them. So if I got with Speederlight a few times, guys, I even got the matchmake with Snapcube. So like, if I was able to matchmake with those people, just doesn't make sense. That's why I'm really hoping that if they do another playtest, if they ever do another playtest, please let us do friends lobbies. I understand why you're not able to, because you need to test the world lobbies and the servers themselves to see if we can actually handle this many people from across the globe. But I really hope you guys can do more matches with like friends too, because that would be great. That would be great if we could do that for the next playtest. If you guys do another one, because I know you guys said you might be thinking about playing some more. So if you ever do another one, please friend lobbies, please. That would be a great addition, please, for like a playtest. Other than that, like, I am super excited for this game, and I cannot wait to see where it goes from here with development. Everything about it is looking great so far. I'm very satisfied with how it's all turning out, and honestly, guys, I cannot wait to see even more of what Sonic Team has in store for this title, and the Initial D devs too. And it's crazy that we got the Initial D arcade devs on this game too. You can see their brains going to work too with some of the elements of this game, like the gadget system, the trick system, the drifting. You can see them going to work in some parts of this, and then Sonic Team as well, with the animations as well. Oh my gosh, bro, the animations are just so... But yeah, guys, that was basically my experience with playing Sonic Racing Crossroads. I couldn't be more satisfied with it. Guys, we haven't had a Sonic Racing game in almost 6 years now. 6 years now. That's Team Sonic Racing, mind you. And now it looks like Sonic Team has really come together to put something really special together, something really unique, something I haven't seen in a very long time from like spin-off games for the Sonic games. Because guys, spin-off games for Sonic haven't really been like too huge. This is like the biggest Sonic spin-off to date, and I couldn't be more excited about it. And it's even got the general audience attention as well. Like, it got some of the other players who don't normally play Sonic games, it has their attention as well. Like some of the people who play Sonic X Generations, they're pretty pumped up to play it too. Some of them, I've already been seeing GIFs like, everyone hop on Crossroads. I've been seeing that GIF pop up everywhere, and that's awesome to see. Like, seeing people like get excited for the game, and that really makes me put a smile on my face too, as a big Sonic fan. I just hope the game's at a reasonable price at day one, and it's not a $60 game, because you gotta price the game for what it has in it too. Because if it has a story mode, then yes, it validates that price increment, but I really hope they keep the price at an affordable rate, even for like the general players who want to pick it up day one, because everyone deserves to try out this game at launch. I hope the lobbies are filled to the brim with players new and old, Sonic fans, and just general players. All of these lobbies like crammed in together, playing together. So I am super excited for this game. I hope you guys are excited for this game as well when it releases. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get more information very, very soon. Because with the state that this game is in, it seems very polished, and I feel like the release date might be just around the corner, but who knows? We're going to see what happens in the future. But in the meantime, what are your guys' thoughts on Sonic Racing Crossroads, and what do you guys think about my thoughts on it? If anyone else's thoughts you've seen on it, let me know what you guys have heard from other videos, other content creators, and let me know what you guys think about my thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about the drifting, items, anything needs balancing, the drifting, any mechanics, all the good stuff. I want to have a full conversation with you guys in the comments down below about this, because I feel like this is something that needs to be discussed. So let me know, and thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you happen to enjoy a little something out of it, make sure you leave that like down below, as it always helps. And if you want to see even more Sonic and Nintendo content in the future, make sure you subscribe as well with notifications so you don't miss out on a single Sonic or Nintendo video or when I go live. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys for checking out this video. It really means the most that you guys really took the time to watch this, because a lot of people don't really sit through all my videos, and so if you did sit through this entire video, I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. My voice is dying out on me right now, and you could probably tell because I'm not really like raising my voice at all, so I'm gonna go soon. So thank you guys so much for watching the video, and until next time, I'm gonna go rest my voice up, because this buddy cannot keep talking anymore. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.